Is it hot enough for all of you in this godforsaken heat? Yeah? All I do is drink and play Call of Duty. Fuck you. Today we're going to learn how to make a margarita. You ready? But before we get to that, the air conditioner to help us combat this heat was invented by Willis Haviland Carrier, who is from Angola, New York. And this printing factory got so humid inside that they went to Willis and they said, hey, all of our parchment is getting ruined from the heat and the humidity inside of our plant, and all the colors are starting to run into the paper. Is there a way for us to cool down the inside of our building? So he put his big brain to it, and he invented the air conditioner in 1902 or 1906, but somewhere in there. I think it's 1902. But anyways, we're going to learn about making a margarita today, okay? And the first and most important ingredient in a margarita is tequila. Tequila is made from the blue agave cactus. And what they do is it takes about 12 years for these things, 12 to 15 years for these cactuses to grow, right? So it's not just like this simple procedure. Then all these hardworking Mexicans have to go and cut down all these cactuses. Why? Because all of the world's tequila comes from Mexico, 100%. So once they cut down the cactuses, they extract what's called the pina. And once they get the pina, they put it in these giant urns or like ovens, and they roast them and they dry them out, but they still got this juice in them, right? And they smush the pina and all the little cactus juice comes out, and then they start the fermentation process. An excellent way for getting horny and completely shit-canned at the same time. All right, so what are we going to start with? We got the tequila. Second most important ingredient is orange liqueur. Now, I thought orange liqueur was made from orange juice of some kind, but it's made from the orange rind, the orange peel. And they boil that, and then they put like bitters in it and water. So, and then lemon juice, which is a combination of lemon juice, water, and sugar. And then finally, we've got limes. You got to have a lime because you got to put salt on it. And salt comes from the ocean and salt deposits from one of these giant lake beds dried up, leaving the salt rocks behind. And then I guess they mine it. Oh. So when you're making a margarita, let's sit back here. It's been a while since I've done one of these. You got to get this lime. And a lot of people don't know how to cut the lime correctly. What you want to do is you want to chop these ends off of the lime, right? And the reason you do that is it helps you grip the lime better when you want to squeeze it. So you want it to look like that and like that. And then you're going to cut it in half, right? And when you cut it in half, you get it like this, okay? And what you want to do is you want to make a slit on the spine right there, eh? And that's so the lip of this can go around the glass. So once you get it like that, you cut it into a half. Now, when you cut it into halves, you want to cut it against the slit that you made, right? I'm not actually going to cut it into half. I'm going to cut it into a third here. But you'll see that. Right? Nothing like learning from an alcoholic, huh? So then you rim the glass like so. And you got to stick it in here. And you get that salt all around the edge of your glass. How awesome does that look? And then you have to get some ice cubes. I forgot where ice was made. I can't remember. They used to have ice. They used to have ice houses where they would like take these horses and go up into the mountains and get all these ice blocks and race them back down to society before they melt. Like these poor horses were just like whipped and whipped and whipped to get these huge ice blocks back down to the peasants so they could have their drinks cooled. My heart goes out to those horses, actually. All right, so you take the blue agave tequila, you pour that into the lemon juice, and then you take the triple sec, which technically should already be sweet enough, but margaritas are pretty sweet. Take a mixing spoon, Mix that up. Oh, yeah, baby. Then you take the lime with this little cut on there, and voila. You know what? I used to think beer was the most important drink in the summer. But I think margarita is top second. Let's see. That could be one of the best margaritas I've ever made. Mmm. Mmm. And you know what? I hope to enjoy a lot more of these before we nuke ourselves in World War III. But you know what? Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad thing. Just wipe the planet clean of every asshole here. All the fish and all the pollution, we would just be eradicated. And then we would have nothing but sweet little animals, like the cows wouldn't get slaughtered and the fish. God, I love a hamburger, though. Maybe I'll do a hamburger video. But here's to you. Just remember, you're so great and your DNA belongs here. Actually, it doesn't belong here. I hope everyone gets that. Fuck you.